All right, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jacob Weaver in the room. Jacob Deals.
going on?
How you doing, Jacob?
I'm good.
Awesome, dude. You just joined the team here recently, but before we kind of get into that, super pumped to have you. Your work ethic, man, this guy right here, he goes, and he has one speed, and that speed is on. But I just, wanted everybody to get to know you a little bit better, and just ask you a few questions. Maybe you'll fire some back at me, but why don't you tell people how you got in the business? You're from the Hilton Head area, though, first, right?
Born and raised.
Born and raised. How'd you start selling real estate?
So I went up to school in Wisconsin, and while I was there, I watched a podcast called Bigger Pockets, and fell in love with the idea of investing in real estate, and that really spoke to me, struck my attention, and so I figured you need money to invest in real estate, and I figured what better way to get into the market, learn the market, and make my money in order to invest. I thought it'd be a good idea to be an agent.
I mean, it's clearly turned out pretty well. So how old were you when you went full-time in real estate?
I was 20.
20? Mm-hmm. Wow, man. It's crazy how you have that exponential growth if you can get a few years earlier head start. Mm-hmm. And what you've done here over the past few years is obviously caught our attention, and I know you're proud of yourself, but over these first few years of getting into the business and getting traction and really being a heavy hitter in the industry, what is one or two things that you might have learned over that time period, and what would you tell to somebody else that was thinking about getting into the real estate business?
I tell everybody, I'm not a salesperson.
Yep.
Everybody thinks real estate, salesman, yada yada. I'm not in sales. I'm here to provide information. I'm here to help overcome objections. I'm here to take away some of the confusion that, such a big decision entails. And so really how I view myself and what I've learned is I'm not in sales. I'm here to help, and I'm here to serve people.
I love that, man. I like the way you put it. You're a businessman first, right? Buying real estate, selling real estate. And then as far as your why, right? What kind of fuels you every day? Because I see a lot of people that get into the business 4 or 5 years ago and they're not in the position where you are today. What do you think is one or two things that have helped you set yourself apart?
Yeah, for me, I just enjoy what I do.
Love it.
So I get excited when I take somebody who's just learning about this area and I get to teach them all the ins and outs of the place I was born and raised. I get to show them all the cool features of Hilton Head, and even they might not know about Bluffton, teach them about Bluffton or vice versa. So really what keeps me going is I just enjoy it. I look at it, I get to help and serve people, and also just a big fun game in a sense.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of that, I actually got somebody I want you to meet with on Friday they're overwhelmed with the area, so I'll connect you with them when we get done here.
Love it.
And I can only imagine, I'm not from this area, but I think at the end of the day, to be selling the area that you grew up in has to be a pretty cool feeling, and especially when it's a place like this.
And one thing too, while we're on the topic,
please.
One of my favorite things is when somebody moves down here and I get to help get them connected.
Yep.
So many people move to new places and they feel lost, it's overwhelming. But being from here, I've got a lot of connections, I know a lot of people, and so it's been a joy of mine to help connect the different people moving down here and put them in spheres and circles where they've just connected immediately.
That's awesome. And you can tell the passion that you have with it, right? And you can tell that's why you're so good at it, dude. And from a superpower standpoint, would you say your superpower is that you love doing it so much? Or when it comes to actually helping your clients buy, sell, move, relocate, is it the connections? What would be, if you had to say one superpower that you might do better than anybody else that sets you apart, what would that be?
I don't give up. Yeah,
Give me some, baby.
I would say there's a few different pieces to that, but yeah, if somebody tells me, hey, I want to be here, this is what I'm looking for, and half the time they don't even know what they're looking for. So I feel like one of my superpowers is I listen and I care, and so helping them weed through the specifics of what they're looking for, where they want to be, I would say goes a really long way in this business.
Oh, 100%. And I see the way your referral business has grown. I see the way your clients care about you and rave about you, and it's creating that world-class service and actually caring about the other party and not just looking at it as a transaction. And a lot of agents can learn from you with that because they're so transactionally based and you're really relationship based. And it's cool to see you run. It's cool to see you grow. outside of the day-to-day of the work environment, what do you like to spend your time doing?
I'm pretty boring. Yeah, I mean, day to day, go to the gym, run a lot. I'm working a whole bunch, and then I'm super involved at my church.
Awesome.
So whether it's mission trips or serving with the young adults in the community or even the middle and high schoolers, that's pretty much my life.
Giving back, man.
Yeah.
You have some mission trips, a few mission trips coming up here this summer, right?
I'll be Belize, Ecuador, and Guatemala this summer.
That's awesome, dude. What an experience to give back in a completely different way that you give back to the people looking to buy or sell here, dude. Super, super, super special. You hopped on the team here 3 or 4 months ago, and again, your work ethic and the way you operate is impressive. How has it been coming in here and integrating with a new environment, new people? I know there's some bumps here and there, but how's it been so far?
Yeah, it's been great. So I talk to a lot of different people, and I tell them, you're the man when it comes to short-term rentals. You've got insight, knowledge, tools that no one else has, and so that's been really neat for me to be in the environment and just kind of open up a new market for myself in a sense.
Yeah.
So that's been incredible. Tammy, Whitney, CJ, they're incredible. So yeah, it's just been fun to be a part of a small team that's doing a lot of business.
Yeah, we are doing a lot of business, and the other thing is, all 4 of our agents will do probably about 100, me, you, Evan, Kyle, we should do about 100 million over the next 12 months. And the oldest one of us is 33 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some new kids on the block here, man. And we have different ways of doing things than some ways have been done forever. But I would say at the end of the day, it's the fundamentals that you're talking about earlier, the relationships, caring, the follow-up, the not giving up, the shooting people straight, the giving back, right? And it's just a testament to who you are today and where you're going. And we do share a lot in common when it comes to the investing, man. We speak the same language. From the investing standpoint, what's a piece of advice you'd give somebody that's looking to maybe start getting into real estate investing?
A piece of advice, take your time. So I feel like there's a lot of agents that might try and fiddle with numbers or try and make a deal look better. And I think that's another area where I try and stand out. Is I will tell somebody that is not a good decision. Or at least let them know everything involved with it before they go into it. So I'm 24, I've had 4 houses now. So it's I've done it, I've got the contractors, I know what things cost. And so, yeah, I think that's a huge value to let people know exactly what they're going into before they, start throwing a whole bunch of money out the door.
Yeah, and if somebody's looking for investment property, you need to call somebody like Jacob that is invested in the market. No, seriously, you're invested in the market with people that are looking to get into this market, and the relationships, the contractors, the property knowledge, the market knowledge, that stuff is uber, uber, uber valuable, and you bring that to the table. And what I really like you do as well is, I'm pretty deep in the short-term rentals, and you're a little deep in the short-term rentals. We're going to keep getting you deeper, but we're kind of overlapping what we're doing. I'm learning things from you, you're learning things from us, and it's been really fun, dude. It's been really fun. We're just getting started. And let's wrap up by, is there anything else that you think people watching should know about Jacob Weaver, or a funny story, or just anything worth noting of, that's Jacob Weaver, I want to remember that guy?
Yeah, so I would say, being born and raised here, I thought there'd be greener grass on the other side. Went up to Wisconsin to experience a new place. Quickly realized there is no place like Hilton Head in Bluffton. The amount of growth that's happening here, the amount of activities that encourage people to go outside and to get the most out of life. This has been a truly special place. So yeah, I'm thankful to be here, thankful to be a part of the team, and super stoked to keep helping people.
We're thankful to have you, my man. And if you guys are looking for a kick-butt agent in the Low Country area, Jacob, how can everybody get a hold of you? What's best contact?
Yeah, I've got Instagram.
Phone number?
My cell phone's 843-814-6033.
Give Jacob a call, guys. Thanks, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yep.